What's up, everyone? Welcome to a True Underground Story podcast. I'm your host, Timmy Burner. Today I'm with KirtBob. All right, so tell me a bit about yourself, Kurt. Obviously, I know we kind of share a little bit of the same town, but before you moved to my town, you was from Cleveland. What was your childhood like up in Cleveland?
Just regular. It's like dating. Dating. You know what I mean? But it's just bigger, man. Just more diverse. Just trying to make it, man. Trying to make it out. Make my life better. You know what I mean? Just for myself and whoever else around me. You know what I mean? That's just my thing, bro. I try to make. I prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's been my motto since I was a kid, man. For sure.
So how did you end up going from Cleveland down to the Dayton area?
Well, actually, make a long story short, my brother Dion Smith. You know what I mean? He moved out here. And then he ended up telling me for a while. He was telling me about my buddy Child Jordan Decker. He's like, bro, you gotta meet Decker. He's dope. You know, with Will Skip. And I'm like, man, all right. You know, and coming where I come from, coming out here, you know, people. It's like coming out here, moving from Cleveland, man. It's like people generally want to see you do good out here. For my opinion, you know what I mean. So moving out there and coming out here it was an easy transition, man. Everybody showed me love from day one. I've been out here now almost 13 years.
And about when did you start making music?
I started off making music when I was 15, 14.
And how did you come about your stage name, KirtBob?
Well, it's funny because long story short, it's my buddy back in Cleveland. We were just cracking jokes. We'll do school. But he was like, boy, he's like your head square. He was like, oh, KirtBob Squarehead. And then when he said it was one of the moments where you had to be there. And when he said it, it was like, he's like, I ain't calling you nothing else but KirtBob. And it just stuck with me, bro. It's funny. It's like McLovin, bro. Like when people hear my name KirtBob, people really think that's my name. So it's like it's like some McLovin shit, bro.
I'll be honest with you. I've known you about 10 years. I don't even know your real name. I've just always known you as KirtBob.
My real, I give it to you, raw, bro. My real name Curtis.
Ah. So back in the day, I was in high school.
Yes,
you
sir.
had already moved down. You started Team Inc. and the Microphone Retards. How did that come about?
Hey, don't give me credit for that microphone retard. That was Jordan Decker. That was just my brother. So we shortened it to MR. So we're gonna say MR. I don't want to offend nobody, but I don't know, bro. It was just me and him was like it was on some Shaq and Kobe type shit, bro. Like we just linked, man. And Decker's been my brother since day one. Shout out Jordan Decker. You know what I mean? Like he gave me an opportunity and believed in me when I first moved up here, and nobody else did. So it was one of them things. Like, so I got much love for him for life, my brother.
What was some of the music you kind of grew up listening to as a kid? Whether it was stuff you seeked out or like the stuff your parents or family had you listening to?
Well, what got me when I fell in love with hip hop was I was young. I was young, man. It was Master P. He had a song called Mr. Ice Cream Man. My dad was a No Limit fan, so that's when I fell in love with hip hop. I'm like, man, this is, you know what I mean? It's cool because I grew up listening to Patti LaBelle, Aretha, you know, stuff like that. But hip hop wise, Master P was the first artist that I ever listened to that I was like, and I respected his hustle too. So,
Oh yeah, I mean,
Master P got the hustle of all hustles. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He don't get enough credit.
I agree. He kind of gets like overlooked in a sense for what 100%. He contributed.
100%.
Ain't nobody was releasing as many tapes as No Limit was back then.
Man. Oh no, bro, no.
There's a new tape every week.
Yes, sir.
What made you want to start making music? You said you started rapping when you were about 14 or 15. What made you really want to like pursue it? Like
that's a good question. I was listening to we were just vibing at my cousin's house one day, and Biggie, It Was All a Dream came on. You know what I mean? I started rapping it, and my buddy Stove, you know what I mean? Grew up with him. And like my brother, he was like, man, he said, bro, you got a dope voice, man. He said, write a rhyme. He said, I don't care how it sounds. He said, just write one, Bob. He's like, I was Bob then too, you know. He's like, just write one, man. I was like, so I wrote a verse. I don't even remember the first beat, but it was crazy. And he's like, you wrote this? I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Because I seen him maybe like a week later, and I was like, man, I wrote that rhyme, wrote it, recorded, been going in ever since, bro. It was crazy because it was really me sounding like more. People usually tell me like you got that Biggie, that cadence. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
Biggie flow, like that raw rap. Because it ain't, nowadays, bro, it's more foreignness. I'm this female, that female. It ain't hip hop like essence shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to bring back, bro. I don't try to rap. I don't try to rap like just other people out. I try to rap what I seen, rap what I know.
I feel that, and I definitely agree. You've definitely got like an old school style about you.
I appreciate that, bro.
And you've had it as long as I've known you too.
Yeah, I've been and when we first started, make a long story short, we first started, people thought it was like a joke, more like they didn't say joke, like how it is around here, bro. Like
Yeah.
people don't take you more serious, and then they actually like come start checking out shows and started coming support us, and then it was more like boom, you know what I mean? Like damn, these dudes are really dope. Bob's just different. And then I did a lot of freestyling around here, and I think a lot of people was like used to that because you could throw a beat on and I could go for 7-8 minutes straight. You feel me? Like just going crazy, But that's where it really started. People taking it serious when they started doing shows around here.
Yeah, your Instagram's definitely flooded with freestyles that you've done over the years.
I appreciate that, bro. That means a lot to me. We've been rocking for a long time. I've been supporting you ever since you wanted to start doing this. So, man, much love to you. And I want to give you your flowers while I'm on here with you because it's all love, man.
I appreciate that, and I've always appreciated your support. I remember when I took some time off, you told me how much like I was needed and stuff, and I appreciated that, man.
Yeah, because we don't get this. Like it's all about the mainstream. We don't like artists like me, Cali, shout out Calintae, Mark D, Love Teammate. We don't get this exposure. You know what I mean? Like it's mostly just mainstream artists, and people get to hear our story too because we put just as much work in as them, but they just getting paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get paid with just people. If I had 25 people share my stuff, you know what I mean? That's enough for me. Obviously, I want more, but I'm cool when somebody hit me up like, man, Bob, I respect you, man. I love your music. I love what you do. That's what makes me keep going, man.
So you kind of all mentioned them. You mentioned T-Main and Cali Pool. How did you come about meeting up with those guys just since you had moved down from Cleveland?
Oh man, they actually from Pickle. Shout out Pickle, man. And I was like one of them dudes. Like I'm gonna keep it funky with you. You know how Eaton is. When you from Eaton, I don't care where else you from. Like you rocking with Eaton. So I wasn't like rocking with him first. With my buddy Wilbon, I got into a little situation. He told me to come move with him. And I'm gonna tell you a story about Cali, man. This dude, he's funny, bro. He like we'll be kicking it. What I mean? We vibe. I heard about him for years, because he been rocking for a long time. He needs his flowers too, man. He been rocking for a long time. So shout out Caliente. But we be kicking it. You know what I mean? At a house party or something. Next thing you know, he gone. Like I look out the back door. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like where he go? Next thing you know, he'll text me like, man, I'm at home. So I always call him Cali Houdini. So shout out to Cali. But it was more like mutual, man. Like we just vibed and we started something called RTB, roll the bag. That's more than just like smoking and shit like that. It was more like this is our unit. You know what I mean? It's Team Inc. for life for me, but that was like my unit of people like I rock with to the death of me, man. And them dudes just they helped me. They helped me be, how I said, a better artist. Like, 'cause they go crazy to me. Like they're some of the dopest artists in Ohio to me. Like, and they just help me feel. You know how you get on the track with somebody, you like, man, this dude just went crazy, man. You feel me? I gotta match that energy. You know what I mean, Tim? I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's just, I don't know, man. They helped me be where I'm at. I've always been good, but it's always been no disrespect to Decker or none of them too, but people always like, man, Bob, you go to hard. You know what I mean? Like I go hard. You know what I mean? Not saying they don't, but they just match my energy on tracks. Same as Jordan did, but you know what I mean? Like when I hear them, I'm like, they give you that. I got a shit face, like, like you know what I mean? Like it was one of them with them. So it's like it's just much love to them, man. I appreciate the support. But shout out to Jordan Decker, though, and there's no disrespect, my brother.
What artist would you say kind of like influenced your style? Would it be like the Biggies and like the Master P's? Like,
oh, it went. If I had to say my favorite artist of all time, what up, cousin? What up, Rick? If I had to say my favorite artist of all time is Kiss. I'm working with the Locks, LOX, D Block. That's Jada's styles are chic, but Jada out of all of them, but the Locks they go crazy, bro.
I feel
crazy. What up, Murder?
Shit, your voice nowadays kind of sound like what Jada be sounding like. He got that deep, raspy voice about him and stuff.
Yeah,
even deeper than what it was, just because of his age now.
He was so big influence in my hood. It was a line he said. He said, you heard LOX came through in the yellow Lex, hopped out with the Air Force Ones with yellow checks. He was so everybody in my hood. The next when we heard that everybody in my hood had Air Force Ones with yellow checks on, like that's how big. I mean, I'm serious though. That's how big Kiss was, and like you know what up, Cuzzy? Shout out, hey, another artist you need to look into, man. Mr. Blackhearted Greens, man. He from Cleveland, man. He dope too. Shout out to Grace, but yeah, Jada was one of them artists, man. He just to this day, man. Everything he say to me, I feel it, man. But yeah, that's my favorite rapper of all time, though. But Group Rise is LOX. Shout out to the
So,
Locks.
you've met Cal Scrubby as well, correct?
Yeah, I met Kyle Scribb. I actually met him with Cali. And I met him in Columbus. He cool, man, dope artist. He wasn't like this one. He had just dropped that track with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
So he was hotter than fish grease in Columbus anyway, because you know he went to school out there.
Yeah, I didn't even know that you had met him, and
You
then
already
when I
know,
was
man.
doing my research, I saw the photo of you guys all together.
Yeah, that was cool meeting him, man, because he like I thought like when you see artists and stuff like that, they get a little bit of buzz coming from Ohio, they get that big head, man. So
Yeah.
he was humble, man. He took us to VIP. We ain't have to pay with nothing. Even if I hit him up now, it'll take him a while to get back, but he still says like keep doing your thing, you know what I mean? Grind. So shout out to Kyle Scrooby. Sco, what up?
I found it interesting just because, like, I've kind of gotten new to, like, the Dayton hip-hop culture, and then when I was looking through your Instagram, there was flyers from different shows you've done with Nick Youngerman. You actually performed at a show with Eamon Jones, somebody who's recently caught some traction out of Dayton for doing a remix with
Yeah, hey, he's
Mike
dope, man.
Jones.
He, he's dope. Yeah, he got that. Yeah, that's still tipping. Yeah, like I say, man, I just been grinding, man. Like I've been grinding for years, man. Started Team Inc. for Life, started with them, moved on here, and just gravitating to different artists and meeting people and networking. Because I feel like when you local, man, and you coming from the Ohio, man, it's haters, man. Like they just, I don't know what it is about Ohio hating on Ohio, man, but they'll go support somebody else from Louisiana. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you don't have to like my music, but if you said I was trash and everything I said is garbage, you're just a hater. That's just my opinion. You feel me? And I don't know, man.
Good.
Iman was dope, man. He was cool, humble. He just grinded like everybody else trying to make it. So he got my support 100%. What up, cousin?
So back during the Team Inc. and MR days, you actually went #1 on Reverb Nation.
Yeah, yeah.
What was
That was,
that like for you?
you're doing your homework, Tim. Hey, that's respect. That was back in the day. It was, hey, for real. It was one of them situations where I was like, I'm just hungry, man. Like I come in my family, like a lot of people on here know, like, man, I'm the most humblest, respectful dude in the world, man. That's just coming from being consistent and staying on my grind, man. Like I just checked it the other day. I was on the phone with Love Team, man. I got like 2 million views, like 2 million plays on distro. You feel me? And coming from where I come, I'm like, that's a blessing, man. You feel me? Like, so
Yeah.
shout out to Distro Kid for even giving us that platform to do stuff like that. But I don't know, man. When that happened to me, man, that let me know that anything's possible. And I held the #1 spot for a while too. So I'm gonna, let y'all know. I'm coming. You hear me?
Um. So back around that time, you were also on a real big kick with like the amount of mixtapes you've released. Like you had released Colossal, Old to Me, New to You, and actually one of them is a mixtape I bought from you personally. Bob Barker, Price is Right. I wish I
Classic.
had it on me.
Classic.
I was at my cousin's house, and she said, so I was going through my CDs. I found your old KirtBob mixtape.
Hey,
So
much
I
love.
still
Much love.
have that mixtape.
Hey, class. You know what's funny? Hey, bro. That's why I rock with you, Tim. You do your homework, bro. Hey, I'm telling you, man. I don't have. If you get a copy of that, we're gonna have to link up. You know what I mean? And I need that, bro, because that was me stepping out from being in a group kind of like thing. Because everybody got situations they go through. You know what I mean? Got to put people business
Yeah.
out to. Everybody go through things where they take a minute off music. But me, I was just like, man, I'm gonna always represent, but I'm gonna stay consistent. And when I dropped that Bob Barker around here, it was crazy because everybody was playing that shit, bro. Like you go to parties, people playing it, and that mixtape means so much to me because they let me know like you can still represent your boys, but still do your own thing and carve your own lane. You feel me?
Yeah.
I just carved my own lane, and that mixtape, you gave me chills on that one, bro, because that mixtape is a fucking classic, bro. For real. That Bob Barker, everything on there crazy. My favorite song on there was Price is Right.
It's been so long since I've listened to it that I probably couldn't even. I would probably say that's probably one of my favorites if it's one of your favorites, just because we seem to have the same sense in music. But
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
to what you were saying earlier about just like you being a humble person, and I will personally testify on that, because if I go to Eaton, Ohio, and I talk to anybody and I bring up your name, nobody around there ever has anything bad to say about you. You're
Love,
just one of
love.
the
I
nicest
spread that love.
guys.
Love.
Like, my whole time ever knowing you, I've never met somebody that's had something bad to say, whether
I
what
appreciate
walk
that.
of life they were from.
I appreciate that, man. I've met people all over. Coming around here, you don't see too many people like me. You know what I mean? Because I don't care if you like EDM, you like gothic, you like rock. If you treat me good, I'm gonna show you love, man. I just show everybody love who show me love. It takes too many. It takes too much energy to be negative, man. Like, you never know. Tomorrow ain't promised, man. So if something happened to me and I die tomorrow, 1,000 people will be at my funeral. You feel me? 'Cause they know I was a good,
Yeah.
genuine dude. I just want to spread love and less hate. And that means a lot to me, bro. Because even cops around here show me love. So that means, you know how they are around here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. You feel me? Like, so that means a lot to me, because that's the seeds I want to sow. Because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, Bob's a shady dude. He did this to me. You will never hear that, man. If you do, I haven't. I've been around here 13 years and I never met a person to say that. So I appreciate that, Tim. That means a lot, brother.
No problem. So, if you could get any artist on a track with you, what artist would you really want to work with someday?
That's like big.
Yeah. Like, if you ain't had to
I
worry
mean,
about the money to get.
besides besides one of the locks, I mean, maybe I'm T-Pain. I love T-Pain. I think he's dope. Lil Wayne, that'll be dope. You know what I mean? Let me see. Damn, you put me on the spot, Tim. I like Tory Lane. I think Tory Lanez is dope. Uh, I'm big on local though, man. Like, I feel like what up, Decker? Uh, I feel like if I ever got to that situation, I would try to help my platform help everybody else get on. Because if you bring love to the town or the state you from, man, everybody eat. You feel me? But
Yeah.
big wise, probably be one of the locks. Like I say, T-Pain maybe, because I'm a big fan of his as I was younger. Who else would I say? I said Tory Lanez. I like him. He's dope. Uh, Jordan Lucas is dope. I like his energy. He's dope. He's different. He's newer. People like that. Maybe obviously Jay-Z. That'll be a dream come true. But
Yeah.
he billionaire boy now. So yeah. Pharrell. I mean, work with producer wise be Pharrell though. That'd be crazy.
That's a new question I've started asking, because I've noticed a lot of guys, like artists, not even just the guys, a lot of the girls I've interviewed, they actually like look at things from a production standpoint, and
Yeah.
they'll have like a
Hey
producer
Keith.
that's their dream producer they
Yeah.
want to work with.
Pharrell. Pharrell or Kanye. Even Kanye. I don't know what Kanye on, but when he wasn't on what he's on now, I like Kanye. I like his music. You feel me? He's a genius when it comes to
Yeah,
making
he's
music.
got a
But
musical ear, man.
yeah, he definitely a genius.
So you actually brought him up earlier because he was in the chat. Jay Green's Mr. Blackhearted. What's the connection between you guys? Is that your cousin, or is that
That's my big cousin.
your
Day
big
one,
cousin?
rocking. Cousin. He's one of the He's one of them artists, and like just not as my family. I'll send him something. He'd be like, "Nah, cuz." He like, you crazier than that. You feel me? Like, he holds me accountable. He not one of them dudes to be like, here's something like, "Oh, this is fire." He gonna be like, "Nah, cuz, you can go crazier than that. Your vocabulary is longer than that." Like, he helped me out so much to make sure I'm not being repetitive, or because he go crazy. I'm telling you, check his music. I'll sing you some stuff. He go crazy. So he holds me accountable for shit, and I respect that so much with artists, man. He just commented. There you go. But yeah, he helped me. He held me accountable for me, and it made me so much better as an artist. Because now I haven't read a verse in like 4 years, 5 years, bro. Everything more like punch in. Like, instead of
Right.
me just
Yeah,
write
yeah.
stuff down, I go boom, 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 then punch in. So shout out to Blackhearted Greens.
Yeah, it's nice to have like a team around you that's not just yes men, that
Yeah,
will
because
actually help you try and better yourself.
for sure, man, and like I say, family. I love him. I love him like cook food, man. Like, and no matter what I'm going through in life, he always be that person to be like, man, it always could be worse. Keep your head up, cuzzy. And I want to tell you this, if you see this, cuz I appreciate you and I love you, boy, for real.
So in 2015, you released a diss track on your YouTube. You dissed Slim Jesus.
Listen, let me tell you. Listen, hey, let me tell you why though. Listen, the reason why is because I don't know, man. I was just one of them dudes like, don't. I mean, if it's entertainment that says entertainment, don't be going around saying you're doing things you're not
Oh
doing.
yeah.
Because there's people really out here dying for this shit. You know, there's people really out here living that life that you're trying to say this ain't no game. Who wanna struggle and who wanna be in the hood doing what they doing to survive? I come from that, man. I come from nothing, man. And everything I have now, I'm blessed to have it. And I learned from the mistakes I made when I was doing that. So I was just, it wasn't me hating on him. It was just more like, dude, don't talk about stuff you ain't living because I know people who done died for this. I done been to funerals. I done buried friends, cousins, uncles, all type of stuff. You feel me? So I'm just not a fan of somebody. If you trolling, to be a troll. You know what I mean? To say that stuff. Then don't be talking about, I'm really living this, I'm really doing that. And then he came out with the interview with Vlad and said he wasn't. So, you know, I kind of felt bad afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's neither here or there.
I mean, he got outed again. Even after his Vlad interview, King Yella was on No Jumper and kind of outed him. Like, he went
You
to
already
do the
know, bro.
remix for the real time, and King Yella talked about, like, he ain't from a hood. He lives in an alleyway. Like,
Right,
there's literally
right.
3 houses.
Hey, King Yella, wild, man.
He is. So, what would you say as an artist has been the hardest thing for you? Is it like the money for production? Is it the creativity? What is it for you?
Getting people to believe in what you believe in and seeing your vision. That's just my biggest thing. It's like money. I'm gonna tell you something about me, man. I'm gonna be real with you when it comes to money, man. I've been in a blessed position to be good for a long time. Obviously, I could be way better situation, so I don't trip about money because I know it's always tomorrow. You feel me? I know I can go get me a
Yeah.
job. I know I can do what I do to survive. So obviously, money is not really a big thing to me because you ain't gonna die with it. You feel me? It's about people believing in what you're doing, the work you put in, and understanding. Like, I spent 8 months on this mixtape. I spent 5 months on this tape. Like, the people that believe in the grind of it. That's just my biggest thing. The studio.
Yeah.
I was blessed
No,
enough to be in a situation now I have my own studio.
yeah, I mean, I feel that. Like, even from my standpoint, it's something that I deal with, is trying to get people to believe in what I'm trying to build.
I respect you, bro. You got my love and my support, man. Every time you on here, you see me. I'm rocking with you, whether I know the person or not, because I like what you're doing for people like me, man. And you know, I've been rocking with you since day one. No matter what you've been doing, man. You could have anything you do, man. You can do it, man. You got my support 100%. Tim, keep doing your thing.
I appreciate that. And I don't even know if you realize, like, one of my brothers is actually friends with you up
Oh,
in Cleveland, Patrick
Patrick.
Silva.
So,
Used to live with
oh yeah,
Max.
I know Patrick. Yeah, I know Patrick. Yeah, that's crazy. Small world, man.
Yeah. So, to
Shout out to
counter what
Patrick.
my last question was, what would you say has probably been the most rewarding thing for you as an artist? Is it getting the recognition from certain people that at first didn't believe in you and then getting them to believe you?
Yeah, 100%. My biggest is now when I go around or I see people when I go out, I see reactions in the crowd. Oh, man, I just did a show with Callie and Nick. Hey, shout out to Cleveland Albino too. I just did a show with Callie and Nick, man, and the love that was in there, it was crazy, man. Because I see like people actually listening and be like, man, this dude's dope, man. I seen him before. I said, that's my biggest thing. Because now when I go around artists, that's even artists like Jive and Easy O Loco and all them dudes and stuff, it's respect. You know, even though their platform's a little bigger than mine, but they know my body. You know what I mean? My body work and
Yeah.
the work I put in. So what up, cuz you know what I mean? They know my body work. So that's my biggest thing I love more than anything, just getting that respect that I feel like I deserve as an MC and an artist.
So, I got a quick game for us here
Yes, sir.
called This or That. I'll present
There we
2
go. Hey,
artists to
I
you.
see this already. I'm prepared. I'm prepared, Tim. I got you.
I got 2 artists. You tell me which one you're going to play first in a car.
All right,
We'll
bet.
start with G Unit or Slaughterhouse.
The unit. Power
Cardi
fan, what
B
up?
or Nicki Minaj.
Nikki.
Machine Gun Kelly, the rapper, or Jack Harlow.
You been for real? I'm going with Kels all day, man. I seen this grow up. I seen this come up when I was in Cleveland. So shout out to Machine Gun Kelly.
Kevin Gates or Joyner Lucas.
Can I comment on this? I mean, I don't know. Kevin kind of lost me with the cousin thing, man. I don't know, man. But besides the cousin thing, I'm gonna go with Gates.
Lupe Fiasco or Wale?
Wale all day.
Wiz Khalifa or Young Thug?
I like Young Thug. He does a lot of suspect shit. So I'm gonna go with Wiz Khalifa.
Nelly or Akon?
Ooh, that's how you gonna do me. Do it. I gotta go with Akon.
Tory Lanez or Chris Brown?
Breezy all day.
Bruno Mars or The Weeknd?
Ooh. That's messed up. So we gonna do that till we put me on the spot like that, bro. I'm gonna go with Bruno, bro. Bruno a different animal. I love The Weeknd, but Bruno just different, bro.
Kid Cudi or Anderson .Paak?
I don't care if he's from Cleveland or not. I'm going with Anderson .Paak. Kid Cudi get on. He make me mad sometimes. He act like a little girl.
Erykah Badu or Lauryn Hill?
Oh, Tim, I see where you go. You see you in these questions, bro. You gonna have somebody out here, bro. That's messed up, man. Erykah Badu. I'm going with Erykah Badu. I got to. I like Lauryn Hill, but Erykah Badu different.
Stevie Wonder or Michael Jackson?
That's how you doing, me, Tim. All right. And I gotta go with Michael. I love Stevie too, but I'm going with Michael.
Music Soul Child or Drew Hill?
Tim, you hurt my soul here, bro. You making me do these. I'm gonna have to go with music. I love Drew Hill, but I gotta go with music.
DMX or Jadakiss?
Rest in peace to the dog, but I'm rocking with Mr. Raspy all day. I gotta go with Kiss. I love X though. Rest in peace.
Jay-Z or Nas?
See, that's a tough one because a lot of people gonna say Hove just because Hove catalog and this, you know what I mean. But Nas made Ether, bro. You feel me? Ether is come on, bro. And that's not just because of Ether. I don't know. I think Nas is. I'm going with Nas. Don't nobody hate me for that. I'm going with Nas, bro. I'm sorry.
Tupac or Biggie?
I'm going with Biggie. Biggie was different. No disrespect to Pac though. Rest in peace.
Keith Sweat or Luther Vandross?
Tim, you messed up, bro. There's something wrong with you, bro. I'm telling you. But I'm gonna go. You gotta go with Luther, bro. You got to. You gotta go with Luther.
Outkast or Wu-Tang?
I'm rocking with Outkast, bro. I like Wu-Tang, but that's they yeah. I'm just saying Outkast. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Eminem or The Game?
Let's talk about it, bro. Yeah, I know why you're doing this, so let's talk about it. The Game is out his. Hey, The Game, you out your rabbit mind. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna go with M all day. M all day. All day, M.
I respect it.
And I want to say this too.
Twisted?
I don't mean to cut you off. You're not the Black Slim Shady. Stop disrespecting Eminem like that. Let that man stay retired and let them keep doing what he's doing. The Game can't walk
Man,
up
that
Eminem
shit was weak too. Like I was almost disappointed.
It was garbage. Come on, bro.
It was. I was actually hoping because I did put The Game at a higher caliber that I thought if anyone was gonna diss M, he would be able to give a good diss. And that shit was terrible. It wasted 10 minutes of my fucking day.
Yeah, hey, Sneak, you saying no, but listen to the Black Slim Shady. You're gonna be like, okay, Bob, I see what you're saying.
We got E40 or Twista.
Twista. I can't rock E40 because I don't understand what he be saying.
I'll give you this next one I got, but I already know because the next one was the locks. So I just assume anybody I put the locks up against, you're going to take the locks.
Tell me. You got to let me know, though, because I ain't
Dipset.
The lock. You seen verses. I ain't got to. You seen what happened with the verses, bro. Come on now. He them they should have a little. They should get like a little tape or something. Everything they say like Jadakiss my daddy because he owned them niggas. You feel me? he got Jadakiss got 3 sons out there.
50 Cent or Cameron?
50 Cent or Cameron? I gotta go with 50, bro.
Goody Mob or Bone Thugs and Harmony?
I see what you're doing, Till. You try to throw Cleveland in the mix, okay? But since I don't know too much, I'm a fan of hip hop and all that, but I gotta go with Bone Thugs. First of the month, come on, bro. You feel
21 Savage or Kodak Black?
21 Savage. I'm going with Yak.
I'm going Yak. Ab-Soul or Schoolboy Q?
Schoolboy, definitely.
J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
Cole, all day.
Mobb Deep or UGK?
Woo. Do I have to pick or can I?
I give a pass. I give passes.
Come on, bro. Mobb Deep and UGK, they both pioneers in 2 different ways, so I don't really want to. I don't know. I'm gonna pass. Pusha
T or Kanye?
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I don't like Pusha T. Never did. And when he was with the Clips, I rock with it. I don't know why. I feel like he worried about what's his brother name, Malicious, so that's his name. But when he was with the Clips, I'm gonna go. You said Pusha T. Who? I'm going with Ye.
Yeah. Lil Wayne or Drake?
I'm a big Drizzy fan, but Wayne is different though. So let me get 2 seconds to ponder on that, Tom. Let me ponder. I gotta go with Wayne, bro. I have to go. I met with Drake, but Wayne childhood growing up. Wayne been doing this 25 plus. You like, I gotta go with Wayne.
All the mixtapes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on, bro. The droughts, come on, bro. Come on. I don't know what he be talking about now, but I'm rocking with Weezy.
Royce da 5'9" or Benny the Butcher?
Royce.
Gucci Mane or Jeezy?
See what you did there, Tim. I know what you're doing. Gucci or Jeezy? Yeah, he has been tripping, Greens. Gucci. I'm going with Mr. Bird. I'm going with Gucci.
T.I. or Ludacris?
Luda.
Gunna or G Herbo?
Not a fan of either one of them, but I'm gonna have to go with Gunna. Gunna make better music. G Herbo sound like he need to read a book. I said
it. Last one I got for you. Young Dolph or Nipsey Hussle?
Ooh, we're gonna do that to me. Rest in peace to both of them, though, for sure. They both life got cut too short, but I'm gonna go with pass. I'm passing on that one, Tim. I got to, Tim. I like them both. I like them both in different ways.
So, while we're on the topic of Nip and Dolph, what would you say was kind of like their impact on hip hop culture? Because they were both independent guys who kind of changed the mold.
I feel like, I know Dolph had this little beef with Gotti, but I respected Dolph because he could have went like mainstream and went to a big label, but he stayed independent. And same thing with Nip. I just think independent artists to me get more respect because when you end up getting big and you independent, man, that's a grind. That's hard, man. You don't got that big label backing you up. So my biggest thing was Dolph hustle. You know what I mean? His hustle, he was relentless. And obviously, I'm not gonna go to Young Dolph if I want bars. You feel me? I'm not gonna go to him if I want like lyrics. I'm gonna go to him if I want, if I want to hear some good vibing music. So I'm gonna say that's what I got to say about Dolph. But Nip was just for the people, man. Like, his situation is unfortunate, but that's what happened when you try to get back to the hood and you try to be in there, people don't appreciate that, man. Like, yeah, hey, shout out to Fleet. There is some good questions, man. Tune into my
I
dude's show, man.
appreciate that, man.
He's dope, but that's my thing when it comes to Net, man. I don't know. I feel like he had so much more to give, but I feel like there was both. You know the situation. That both was messed up how it happened. So, but rest in peace, Net and Dolph.
So when I was looking on your Instagram,
Yes,
how
sir.
in the fuck did you meet Bray Wyatt and one of the Uso brothers from the WWE?
Bruh, that's funny, bruh. He look Bray Wyatt the clown, bruh. He was hammered. He walked up to me, like, I walk up to him, I'm looking like, man, I'm like, ain't you Bray Wyatt? He's like, he was drunk. He's like, yeah, that's fucking me. I'm about to go home with my wife. I was like, what? He's like, I'm about to go home with my wife. I said, you have a good time doing that, buddy. You know what I mean? He was drunk though. Like he was drunk, out of his element, drunk. Also, he was on some cool, chill shit, drinking some wine. You know what I mean? Chilling. You know what I mean? On some smooth shit. But yeah, I just walked up to him and it was like, I just like I say, you're fucking Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? Even though I don't watch WWE like that, like I used to, but you know the fuck Bray Wyatt. You're a weird motherfucker. But I got a story to tell you real fast. Me, my buddy Decker, my buddy Lynn, we was in what was we at? Milwaukee. And I walk up to it's a true story too. I walk up, I see Gotti. He got a whole bunch of dudes. Yo Gotti, I see Yo Gotti. He got a whole bunch of dudes with him, bro. So I walk up to him. I give him this one. I just dropped that FOE, that mixtape. Man, I shit you not, man. This real story, true story, bro. Fact for fact. I walk up to him. I was like, I'm like, man, what advice you got for me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to walk up on you like that, like, but he's like, man, I appreciate that you being respectful type shit. He was like, just be yourself and be original. I give him a mixtape that says FOE on it. I shit you not, bro. The next week, he posts a picture saying family over everything. And guess what I didn't do? I put my name on there, but I didn't put my number on the mixtape. So not saying something could have happened, but I've been following guys. I've never heard nobody really screaming FOE like I was. You know what I was on, Tim. So I ain't gotta say it. Like I was on that family over everything. And the next week,
Yeah.
bro, he posted family over everything, bro. So that was something that I kind of was like, damn, man. Like, but Yo Gotti was cool, man. Like he wasn't like he had big jewelry on. You know how he rocking, but yeah, he was a
Yeah.
humble dude, man. So I appreciate that information though that he gave me.
Weren't you and MR supposed to open for Yo Gotti at a
We
show a long
did,
time ago?
we did open
You
up
did.
for him. Yeah, we drove to Milwaukee, man. It was dope, man. And we got to meet him, and it was like that's the biggest crowd I ever performed for. It was like maybe like 1,500 people in there, and they went crazy for us too. I don't know if it was just the liquor talking, but and shout out to Decker too because they end up going down there to meet with somebody, and they just wanted him and Lily. So they's like, dude, you got to meet my dude Bob. You know what I mean? He crazy, he go crazy. So I end up coming down there with him, and we changed the whole set that they wanted them to do, and they end up not even signing what they supposed to sign with somebody down there. I don't remember the whole story, but yeah, we ended up going down there and rocking out and going crazy, man. And it was cool. I still talk to people from there that I met in Milwaukee to this day, so that was cool.
Now, in 2018, you suffered a loss in your family, and then in 2020, you suffered a lot more losses in your family. You've lost 2 sisters
Yeah.
and a lot of cousins over the last 5 years. How did you get through 2020 after experiencing so much negativity around you, and to have the ability to stay as positive as you are?
And just being built different, man, and just understanding what they would want for myself. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I was in a situation where I went through a depression for 2 or 3 years after losing them, and I'm back. I'm actually at the gym right now. I'm about to walk in there, and man, like I lost like 45 pounds up to today. But that was one of my things, bro. I just was like, why would I let myself go if I'm still here? That's not what they gonna want. Yeah, I'm a mourning, I'm a hurt. I actually got custody of my nephew for my sister Amber, so that's one of the hardest things I'm have to do right now is be an uncle/dad to him. You know what I mean? And just be strong. And my kids, they keep me going now. My wife, man, I got a good support system, man. Like a shout out to my wife, man, my kids, and my family, man. Like it just, I don't want to say this like, and it sounds like weird, but death is almost like normal to me now, bro. Like, and it shouldn't be like that to me. Growing up, man, I've lost so many homies, man, so many family members. I know people where I'm from, bro. You don't even make it to 18. You feel me? Like you don't even make it to 18, and death shouldn't be normal. But I'm not saying it's normal to lose somebody, but the feeling is like somebody died is almost like, damn, who's next type shit. You know what I mean? Like it just support and music and just I don't know, man. It's really hard to explain because I get kind of emotional about my sisters, man. Because it's like
Yeah.
they both, unfortunately, was how it happened was kind of messed up. What's up, Cuzzo? I don't know, man. Just losing my sister was the hardest thing I ever been through in my life, man. And it made me a stronger person because I know they mentals and I know what they would do. So I try to use hopefully what they would do in the situation when if they lost me was stay strong, keep providing for your family, and just try to be the best person you could be and spread more love, man. That's the only thing I can give anybody. You lose somebody close to you, don't lose yourself, and you know what I mean, and just start doing things that you're gonna regret that can get you in a messed up situation. Try to be positive and try to stay being the best person you can be because death, tomorrow ain't promised. So that's how I got through that, Tim. I appreciate you asking me that. And rest in peace to my sisters too.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. They're both. I mean,
I'm
obviously, I
pretty
grew
sure.
up
I'm
with your
pretty sure you
sisters
went to
more than I
school with.
did.
Did you go to school with one of them, Raven? Did you go to school
Yeah,
with
I went to school with both Amber and Raven.
them? Okay,
They were
love, man.
both because I was in Dion's grade. Me and Dion
Okay,
graduated the same year,
okay,
so they were
okay.
like the year and the grade below me.
And I want to say
But
one more thing while I'm on here, Tim. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. Rest in peace to my cousin Nika. She just, she tragically just lost her. You know what I mean? Passed away. So I'm gonna say rest in peace to my cousin Nika. I love you and I miss you, cuz. She just passed away few weeks ago. So
damn,
rest
well,
up,
it's
cuz.
not here, Kurt.
Oh, it's you know what I mean. She in a better place now, man. She's stress free. She got to see her grandkids. She had some beautiful kids. She got to at least see her grandkids. So it's unfortunate, but she in a better place and she ain't in no more pain. So rest in peace, cuz.
Um, you spoke about having like a good support system, and I want to say it was doing wrong.
Oh yeah, that.
You actually have a bar that I really relate to. That my circle's so small, the shit's a period.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very
That.
relatable bar because I also just never had like a large circle. I keep my circle
Yeah,
close. Less
yeah,
likely I'll ever get burned by somebody. It's just
yeah.
a good way to live life, to be honest.
Yes, sir. And that song was right around when I lost Raven. So that song, that's one of my biggest songs to date, man. Like that, when I do that song, whole crowd singing it. By the end of the song, got the whole crowd singing, and that song to me was just like me getting everything out, man. Because it was like, if you know what I mean, like you say, my circle so
Yeah,
small, secure. That's the truth. Like I know a lot of people, but trust wise and people that I confide to and know that I know gonna be there is small, man. You can't open up to people because when stuff hit the fan, people try to use negative stuff against you, and you know how it is around here. I mean, I ain't got to tell you,
yeah,
like you've been around here longer than me, man. So that line right there mean a lot to me because that song was from here, man. Like that was one of my best songs I ever did, not just because it was a good song, because I expressed myself, and if that whole song, bar from bar for bar, was crazy.
yeah. I mean, I liked that whole project. It was on the Hear Me Out project,
Yeah,
but that was definitely like my favorite. And I think I even tagged you in the post
yeah, you
that
did.
year that it dropped. It was on my
Yeah,
Spotify Wrapped Up as like one of my top 5 most played songs of the year.
yeah, yes, sir. And I started off where I say they want to see me down. I said they don't want to see me smile. They want to see me down. That's real talk, though. I just feel like more energy towards people be wanting to see they. All right, this is a perfect example. Tell me I'm wrong. It'd be more like this. Like when you see somebody, it'd be more like, man, what's the name? What's the name on drugs? What's the name? What's the name doing it? It's never, hey, what's the name to start his own business? What's the name just
Yeah,
got his own house? And what I don't understand about people is, bro, why when people say like, you my boy, Tim. So if you had your own business, why would I come to your business and say, you my boy, hook me up? Give me a discount. You should want to pay me more. I'm your boy.
yeah,
Why do I have to give you a discount? That's what I don't respect that about people, man. Like that shit it irks my nerves, man, because I've been trying to do my own little cooking thing, like, and that's what people try to say. Oh, man, can you give me 2 dinners for this, or can you give me? No, bro, I'm trying to do something that can change my family life, and you'll go out and pay taxes for a burger that's $2.59. You gonna give them every cent, or you ain't gonna get that burger.
yeah,
But me, you want to be like, hey, cut me a deal, Bob. Nah, deal got shot and kicked down the road, bro.
yeah.
You
No,
feel me?
I fucking feel you. Trust me, I do, because I've gone on rants about it. Just like what you were saying before, even people wanting hookups just because you're friends with them and shit. Like in small towns, it's what it is. Like nobody ever wants to talk about like the gossip is never positive gossip. It's always negative
Never,
gossip. Like
never,
I
never,
just got
bro.
locked up again.
Yeah, instead of
Uh,
saying, man, like, hey, man, if you ever see what's the name, man, he going through a lot, man. Try to be there for him, and try to, you know what I mean. Try to, he needs somebody. People just love to talk, like to kick you when you down, man, and then when you return the favor of that, it's more like I don't know, man. Tim, it just that's why I stick to myself, man, and stay to myself, and I just, like I try to stay positive,
yeah,
man.
yeah, no, but I definitely feel what you're saying, where people expect handouts just because you're friends, when in reality they'll go spend a bunch of money at like designer stores and stuff. But if you're
Yeah,
printing your own clothes, they expect the ship for free, but they'll pay $300 for a Gucci T-shirt that just says Gucci on it.
I guarantee you, Tim, if you start when your platform, because your platform, you gonna blow up, bro. You gonna be that person to put a lot of people on. I guarantee when your platform, so then people are gonna be trying to rock with you and try to be like, hey, Tim, let me get a video, let me. But when you were just starting, nobody was there to support it. You know what I mean? That's the thing is, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro, and don't lose. Don't stop being the genuine person that you are, man.
I appreciate that, Kurt.
You already know.
What would you say is your idea of making it in the music industry?
Making it. I mean, I don't. I'm gonna say this respectfully. I don't. It'd be nice to have $1 million. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna be naive and say I wouldn't. But making it to be maintaining my family okay, my kids can make it through college, and they not have to do the things I go through. I've been through in life. So making it to me would just be having everything I need and being able to pay my bills and everybody around me okay. That's making it to me.
Well, what would be some advice that you'd give to a younger kid wanting to pursue music, or even younger you, if you could give advice to yourself? What would that be?
Don't listen to what nobody say. Don't let nobody say nothing that can stop your dream or pause what you got going on. Like that's just my number one thing to people. Like don't let nobody tell you can't do something. I'm telling you. Like you know how many people who made it in the game and people probably told them they'll never amount to anything. You know what I mean? So just don't let nobody stop your shine and stop your grind, man. Just if you want something, go get it and believe in it. That's my biggest thing.
What would be some change you want to see in your community?
People give back. You see all these homeless people around here. You see all these people on drugs, and you know what it is around here. I'm ODing, and we need more centers around here for people who need. A lot of people out here just lost, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of people just need somebody to believe in them. That's the number one thing. Somebody just needs somebody to say it's gonna be okay and stick with them, and don't give them a shit program to say, oh, you're gonna stay here for 2 weeks and detox and go through withdrawals and be shitting on yourself, and you know how the game goes, all that shit. Like, don't who want to sit there and go through that? You know what I mean? People
Yeah.
need support. We need support system around here. We need to give back, bro. I lost too many homies. I lost too many brothers just even being around here to drugs, man. I just want to see. I mean, I know it's always gonna be around. You know what I mean? But I feel like if more people got people who believe in them and gonna be there for them no matter what, I think this would be a better community because I love living out here. I get so much love out here, but I wish I could be that person that put my hand on somebody and just heal them and let them know, man, you ain't by yourself. Whatever you're going through, it can get worse, man. You can get clean and you can get better. That's my biggest thing, man.
And then I just got two last questions for you, and I'll let you go so you can
Oh,
get
you're
your
fine,
workout
bro.
on there.
I'm enjoying this, bro. It's beautiful out, man, and I'm just enjoying just being able to express myself on your platform, man.
So, on let's talk about your newest mixtape that you've dropped, Out of Nowhere with T Main. What was the creative process behind you guys creating this mixtape together?
Um, he's just one of the artists I respect more than anything. Like when it comes to music, because he's a ground up artist too. Like meaning that he starts from nothing. And it was just more like we were sitting there playing 2K. We were sitting there playing 2K, and I'm like, bruh, we should drop a mixtape, man. We should just drop that shit out of nowhere. And he was like, out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, out of nowhere. And then this dude, shout out to Love T Main, he sent me a track, the intro. He sent me a track to the intro, and he's like, man, we're gonna call this tape out of nowhere, man. It's gonna be crazy. And the feedback that we got from that was crazy, bro. Like my wife loved it, my kids love it, like everybody around me love it, and people he out there in Pickle, he rocking with love it, man. And it was just basically out of nowhere, for real. That's why we actually working on part two, so be on the lookout for that. And I got a new mixtape coming out called Elevate. I got Mr. Blackhearted on it, Love T Main, and Caliente. So that's coming soon. Elevate is
Oof.
coming soon. It's gonna be about 8 or 9 tracks.
All right, Kurt. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, no, before we get out of here, Tim, I'm gonna give you your flowers again. Hey, anybody who follow me and rock with me, follow my boy Tim, Overlook Artist. He is doing his thing. He on the rise. I have a new tape coming out called Elevate, and I got another tape coming out I'm working on with Love T Main called Out of Nowhere Part 2, man. I appreciate the love from Eden, Ohio. Ohio vibes, y'all know how we rocking. And me and Cali got a new single coming out called Ohio Nights. It's gonna be crazy. We're doing it
Ooh.
for the state. Love, Tim, you got your flowers, bruh. We're gonna have to do this again soon, and hopefully I'll see you in the streets, bro. You already know, man. I'm rocking with you, man.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you coming on, man. If you guys watch this on YouTube, all of KirtBob's links will be in the description below. His Instagram, his Spotify, his Apple, all that. And like,
And the links
comment,
below, man.
subscribe.
Hey, rock with us. Rock with us, man. Rock with my boy Overlook Artist Tim. He's the man. He's doing his thing. He coming up, man. Love is love, man. Remember that, man. And if your circle's so small as a period, keep it that way. Salute.
That's right.
Love, my
Take
brother.
care. Love, bro.